Hello, family, and welcome back. All right, let's talk about this headline because, wow, wow. If delusion were an Olympic sport, Caroline Graham would be on the podium with a gold medal wrapped in free Mail on Sunday Christmas paper. My tears with Meghan's father as I told him, choose her over our friendship. I'm sorry. Pause. Rewind. Play that back slowly. Choose her over our friendship? Since when was this a love triangle? When did Meghan Sussex unknowingly sign up for a reality show called The Bachelor, Tabloid Edition? And why is a journalist positioning herself like she's been emotionally wronged in a family estrangement that has absolutely nothing to do with her? Because let me tell you right now, this is not journalism. This is not commentary. This is not even gossip. This is main character syndrome in print. Caroline Graham has officially crossed from royal reporter into self-insert emotional fan fiction, where she somehow cast herself as the wounded best friend, bravely fighting for love, loyalty, and access. And what makes it even more embarrassing is that Meghan Sussex is not even in the room. She left the building years ago. She's not participating, she's not arguing, she's not pleading, she's not sobbing into a reporter's shoulder. She is done. Finished. Completed. Archived. Put in the lessons learned folder and password protected. Meanwhile, Caroline is over here writing like she's just been dumped. Let's be clear, there is nothing between those two except a mutually beneficial arrangement where one person gets attention and the other gets quotes. That's it. That's the relationship. No violins, no loyalty tests, no dramatic ultimatums. But look at how this is framed. My tears, my conversation, my friendship. Do you see the pattern? This story isn't about Thomas Markle. It isn't about reconciliation. It isn't even really about Meghan Sussex. It's about Caroline. She wants us to believe she sat there tearfully clutching his hand like a rejected heroine in a Victorian novel, begging him to choose his daughter over her. Ma'am, be serious. No father-daughter relationship hinges on whether a Mail on Sunday columnist feels emotionally validated. That's not how families work, but it is how tabloids dramatize boundaries they don't respect. And speaking of boundaries, let's talk about Meghan Sussex, because here's the thing that UK media absolutely refuses to process. Meghan Sussex didn't cut off her father out of cruelty. She didn't do it out of spite. She didn't do it because she's cold or heartless or controlled. She did it because boundaries are what healthy adults do when chaos refuses to stop knocking. Deleting a phone number after 7 years of public betrayal is not dramatic. It's overdue. But the tabloids can't sell peace. They can't monetize silence. They can't cope with a woman, especially a biracial woman, saying, "I'm done," and meaning it. So instead, they invent villains, triangles, tears, and imaginary emotional stakes. Enter Caroline Graham, stage left, holding a box of tissues and a byline. What really gets me is the audacity of framing this like Meghan Sussex is the one losing something here. Losing what, exactly? A father who talks to tabloids instead of therapists? Befriends people actively attacking her? Treats boundaries like a personal insult? Please. Meghan didn't dodge a bullet. She dodged a recurring subscription to chaos. And Caroline? Caroline seems devastated that her access pipeline might be drying up. Because let's be honest, this friendship isn't about emotional connection. It's about proximity. It's about being able to say, I spoke to Meghan's father, like it's a resume bullet point. That's why the tears feel performative. Real grief doesn't announce itself in bold font, real concern doesn't come with page numbers, and real empathy does not require dragging someone's estrangement across a Sunday paper like it's festive entertainment. And can we talk about how Meghan Sussex is consistently dehumanized in these narratives? She's never allowed to be a daughter protecting her peace. She's never allowed to be a woman prioritizing her mental health. She's never allowed to be a biracial woman navigating uniquely complicated family and media dynamics. Instead, she's cast as the cold, distant figure ruining everyone else's emotional arc. Meanwhile, Caroline positions herself as the moral compass, the loyal friend, the emotional martyr. It's giving obsession. It's giving projection. It's giving, why won't she react so I can write part 2? And that's the real issue here. Meghan Sussex refuses to perform. No clapbacks, no messy interviews, no tabloid-friendly tears. Silence, boundaries, distance. That's what really enrages them. Because without Meghan's participation, the story collapses. So they start inserting themselves. They start inflating their roles. They start acting like peripheral figures are suddenly central. Hence this headline. But here's the punchline Caroline didn't intend. By writing this, she didn't expose Meghan, she exposed herself. She showed us exactly how the UK tabloid ecosystem works. Emotional manipulation dressed up as concern, access masquerading as friendship, and boundaries treated as personal betrayal. And the funniest part? Meghan Sussex is probably somewhere living her life, unbothered, moisturized, thriving, not even aware this melodrama exists. She has moved on. Caroline has not. So yes, Caroline Graham can have him. She can keep the phone calls, the interviews, the tears, the faux intimacy. Meghan Sussex has chosen peace. And peace does not need a headline. So the next time you see a story like this, remember, when a woman's boundaries become the villain, it's not because she did something wrong, it's because she stopped being useful. And that is the real meltdown the UK media will never admit.